Well, hello,
Hey,
everyone's.
everybody. How's it going?
How's everybody doing?
Thank you for joining. This is live, y'all.
I don't care. I'm moving
No,
cameras.
I'm
That's
just
what I
saying.
do. I
That's how
slide your
you know
butt
it's live.
over. It's all good. Yeah, my volume up. I'm sitting here telling you. Turn your
Mm-hmm.
joint. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
hope everybody had a good
Happy New Year,
happy
everybody.
new year, and hope this one's gonna be a good one for you.
No,
I really
that's
do,
right.
because
As long as y'all healthy, safe, that's all we can ask for. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful year 2025.
Dieter, what's up?
Hey,
How
Dieter.
y'all doing? Live from the bushes. What's happening? I did enjoy my New Year's Eve. Got to spend it with friends, family. Got to hang out and do our thing. Just looking forward to this new year. See what this new year
No, that's
brings.
right. I'm gonna apologize in advance, guys. I'm not feeling all that amazing, so
You coming with the excuses? All right, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm
Uh,
just apologize
so
just in
I'd like to
case.
introduce my sister Christina. I appreciate her being on the show again and gracing me with her
Happy to be here.
presence.
I love you guys. You guys are so
So
much fun.
great. Love having you here. Love having you here. So I don't know if some of you are wondering if I plan on, like, is she going to be a permanent fixture? She is going to be a permanent fixture. We're going to be doing the show together, but I will still be doing content on my own. I'll still be, those little passion project movies and shows and stuff where I'll be making fun of things like Invasion and other stuff. I'll still be doing that by myself. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Shani, how you doing? All right. So while we wait for the room to fill up just a little bit, we're going to talk about some of these shows that are out that maybe you don't know about. Maybe you do. Maybe you saw them.
Yeah,
Maybe you liked them.
yeah.
Like Carry on
Carry on.
Netflix.
First, guys, before we get carried away, make sure you please like, share, and subscribe.
I like that. I like that. Good job.
All right.
Good job.
So carry on. Go ahead.
Casanova said, "I like the applause."
Mm.
Yeah. She would have booze ready. I need to get the soundboard ready with some booze. So that's gonna be next. That's gonna be the next thing. That's gonna be next.
Thanks, Casanova.
So um
Carry
I don't
on.
know. Do you think Carry On? Did you think Carry On was good?
I thought it was cute.
Do you think it took the place of like Die Hard as like the Die Hard Christmas movie thing? I think that's what they were going for.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I will.
First of all,
Die
I
Hard is
take
not
back what I said,
a
everybody. She ain't
Christmas
gonna be here long.
movie.
Okay?
It's not a
She ain't gonna
Christmas
be here
movie.
long.
However, I think it was cute. It was a movie with action scenes. They had the you know, I mean they did the general you know, formula for such a movie where, I think the only twist to it that I enjoyed was him, I apologize, him having to have the earpiece and the guy like threatening him throughout and walking him through. Other than that, I mean, it was pretty general,
So
but it was cute.
Frankenstein agrees with me, says Die Hard is absolutely a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Uh Carry On was a nice homage to Die Hard though. I do agree.
Okay.
I do agree. Carry On was decent, right?
It was
I
cute.
really
Yeah.
like
I liked it. It was cute.
what's the name of the bad guy? The bad
Seriously.
guy in that. He was any
Mhm.
other time I know his name,
Okay.
but Dieter said he watched Elf. Jason Bateman, thank you. Thank you. I love him as an actor. I liked him in a lot of stuff. So I thought he did very good as a bad guy. I could not have pictured him as a
Really?
bad guy, but I thought he did a fantastic job.
I like well,
You didn't like him as a bad
I
guy?
mean, I couldn't he did play it well. I After watching him when, I'm sure most people watch Ozarks or whatever. I couldn't see him in that role. He played it pretty well, I thought, but again, it was cute.
Laughing the Bush says she watched Die Hard every Christmas season. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
mean,
I
I
got to record it.
I understand that I am, in the minority when it comes to this. However, there are a lot of if and then we're gonna get to the show, guys. We're After this, we're gonna move to Silo and then on to Severance,
Yeah.
season 1, the first 3 episodes. But if we are going to make Die Hard a Christmas
We don't have
movie.
to make it
I'm
already is.
sorry, there are a lot of movies then that could fall in that category if we're just talking about a movie that took place around the season and had holiday
Listen, I
music.
don't know what to tell you. Okay,
I'm
I don't know how to break this down for you. You
I'm
looking for
just
proof or evidence? I
I'm
ain't
not
got it. All
looking
right.
for
Listen, well, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Die Hard is a Christmas
I'm
movie. It happened at Christmas. It happened at
there are a
Christmas.
lot of
Huh?
movies that happen at Christmas. So are all of them Christmas
You got to
movies?
check with Nakatomi Towers, huh?
Okay. All right.
Nakatomi.
Moving
So
on to
that's it.
Silo,
That's what it.
guys.
Anyway,
Moving on to
these are the
Silo.
movies you need to check out. These are the movies that I check out for Christmas. Die Hard, Christmas Story, of course, comes on TNT all damn day. The day of. Um, Carry On was decent.
Mhm.
Not Carry On, not for Christmas. My bad.
Because it only happened during
Elf,
Christmas. So
Home Alone 1 and 2. Forget all the rest of them after that. And I like Scrooged. I like Scrooge. That's my jam. Scrooged and Groundhog Day, which has nothing to do with Christmas, but
in Groundhog Day around Christmas, there's snow, right?
we gonna move on.
I'm just asking questions.
Laughing the Bush says she loves Scrooge. Scrooge is a classic. I love that. I love that movie. All right, so let's go ahead and get into which one we doing first?
Silo.
Silo. What did you think?
I liked this episode. I mean, I tend to say that every week, and you tend to. But I enjoyed this episode. I think you got a lot of information. Say that every week too. You did get a lot of information though. You find out there's a cipher. You find out the cipher has something to do with potentially Wizard of Oz. You see, you got more interaction with Julie this particular episode, or Juliet this particular episode, which is what you've been asking for. So I liked this episode. Robert, of course, was on my nerves as usual. But I thought it was good. What about you?
I thought it was an excellent episode.
Oh, where's the applause? Hit the applause. There you go. All right. Okay.
Nope. So, yeah, I love this episode. I thought it was fantastic. I thought that they kind of like brought everything back. You got to see a lot from Juliet
Mhm.
in this show. I don't. Well,
Oh,
I'm not gonna poo poo. I mean, I always seem to find something in the
you did well.
shows that.
What is it that you didn't enjoy about this one?
Nah, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that yet.
Oh,
I don't want to
okay.
do that yet because I don't
Alright.
like. I don't. People gonna think that I hate shows when I talk bad about them and all that stuff. So we're gonna go through the show first, and then we'll go through what I thought was a little bit weird about it.
Okay. All right. Well, then go ahead from the top.
So I think we started off this episode with her original Silo,
Mhm.
going through what they had to go through,
Mhm.
and then they go over to where Juliet Nichols is, and she's trying to get back to her silo, and Solo is telling her, "Listen, listen,
Mhm.
listen. You're not going nowhere
That's
until you
right.
fix that pump." So, so he basically,
Well, he cries. He cries to try and force her to stay because she's kind of resistant at one point, and she's like, "No, I can go back and I can come and get you." And then he's like, "But what if you die, or what if they don't let you in, or what if they let you in and don't let you back out?" So he starts crying, and then she relents. So
yeah, I don't know why she keeps pushing his buttons though. Like, why do you keep pissing this man off? You don't know what he gonna do, huh? He already got a crazy eye. You don't know what he's liable to do. This man will do anything to you. But so she has to go. She has to go down. I don't know how many levels she has to
8 levels underneath where the water is.
8 levels. And I'm telling you, it looked really, really deep.
Yeah, it looked like she went when he said it. I was looking and it looks like she went more than 8. I was a little, but whatever.
Hang on. Frankenstein says Smitty was mad when they announced Silo as a show. Was thinking there's gonna be a story about the old store silos that sold TVs, washing machines, and stuff. Now he's hang on, man. What's going on here? Y'all calling me old man? Is that what is happening? Y'all think I'm grumpy? Whatever. Continue on.
Anyway,
I deal with this internally.
whatever. But you did have that, and Juliet did go down, and she was able to restore the water pump. But before we get to that, you have Bernard with Lucas, and I mean they are in a room with all the forbidden technology, baby. Like everything that they got, like a a Apple screen or what. I mean, it's not an Apple screen, but they got all the technology that you shouldn't have. But Lucas, or excuse me, Bernard brings Lucas in there, basically telling him you need to figure out what this what they originally deemed was a love poem or whatever from Quinn was. And you find out, if you recall from season 1, that Quinn was someone that worked in like IT like 140 years ago or something like that. Um so they come to the conclusion that it's a cipher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the course of 2 or
He's
3
really,
episodes,
really, really smart.
they was dragging that shit out.
Really smart.
Dragging it out. Go ahead, keep going.
So they come to the conclusion that it's a cipher, and he's saying that the number 7 repeats. So he's thinking it's 7 and 7. And they initially thought that maybe it had something to do with one of the books that's
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how they you didn't see the last episode?
I, yeah, I watched it.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
But they realized that it had to be a book that was, did they say widely available for people to understand? The reason why they're trying to figure this out is because they're under the impression that something terrible is about to happen that they don't know, and breaking the cipher will help them determine what is going to happen, and ultimately help them
It
sidestep
was
it.
they think that the cipher is buried in the book of the Wizard of
Wizard
Oz.
of Oz, yeah.
So that's where we left off with the mayor and what's going on with him. Sims is upset because he's been passed up for
Because
promotion.
he's an idiot.
Bruh,
Sorry.
there are bigger problems, huh, out right now. Like your whole silo is about to collapse, and you looking for a pay raise
Well, he at least stood up for himself in this episode,
for what?
because he told him, he said, because when he basically like rubbed it in his face that Lucas is my shadow, he said, okay, well, Lucas is your shadow, but did he see? We skipped a part because Martha drove up. I don't know what I would call it, like something that will release the leaflets throughout the silo. And she had it where it was asking, like, what is IT hiding? What did they do to Judge Meadows, et cetera, et cetera. So Sims was basically saying to Bernard, would he have known that like, I've had your back all this time. I've covered up all your crimes. I've done everything for you. And you have this guy who doesn't know anything. Would he have known that that was gunpowder, and et cetera, et cetera? You have graffiti that's not being covered up, and basically you're losing all of your allies. So that's what he was telling him. And by the way, the what was it that he wanted? The search warrant, where he told him that
He
you're just
wanted a
my
search
rubber
warrant
stamp.
from
Yeah.
Sims, but he was basically upset with the mayor for keeping him in the dark and not making him his shadow. So he didn't want to give him. He was trying to hold it over his head.
You think that was the only reason why he didn't sign the search warrant?
Yeah, he was trying to
Really?
exert power over the mayor first of all by making him come to him
Yeah.
instead of the other way around, and just trying to see you know what his play was. He's trying to use his position so he can gain a play, so he can gain a position. Uh, Laugh at the Bushes says, "Isn't the position of judge a promotion?" It absolutely is promotion. Which I don't understand. What are they paying him in lunches? What are they paying him in? Like, what are they getting? You know what I'm saying?
I think, though, with the promotion to IT and being the shadow, you get that more information, like what Lucas got, versus because now he's like he's he doesn't have that information. Like he's cut off from it.
Yeah, but he still has feelers in the in that
But
in
he's
that
not in that room getting that
right.
information. Right.
Right. Plus he has to deal with the fact that his wife has kind of gone behind his back a little bit.
Whatever. Whatever. Again, he's wrong at he's angry at the wrong thing. He's supposed to be giving her a high five, and like, all right, you did that. But she did it to benefit him. Like he's angry. He's like, well, we're supposed to be working together. I get it, but like, we dragging this conversation out.
I don't necessarily know that she did it to benefit him. I think maybe she just spun that as a story
She
to
did.
him so that he would buy it. I don't think she was actually trying to help him. I think she sees the writing on the wall. Well, actually, she said we have to kind of foster both sides because we don't know who's going to win, and
Right.
we want to be in the good graces of whoever
Right.
takes over. So, um, honestly, I feel like that there's no way that this fight can happen. We shouldn't. There shouldn't even be a battle, right? One up top
Right.
had a farm or a farming system,
Hmm.
but then it was taken over by mechanical.
Right.
Mechanical has access to all of the power in the entire silo.
Right.
So what are we even talking about? Like what I will turn your lights off. I'll turn
Well, they
everything
did.
off. You better
They did, and exposed Bernard yet again because all the lights in the silo went out with the exception of IT, and then he ran in and tried to hurry up and cut them off. But he's still lying. He's saying that the radio system went down because him and Billings had a conversation and they both decided that it would be best for the radio communications to go down, which is not true. He turned it off when Billings started to question and wanted a proper investigation into the death of Judge Meadows. So he's losing control. He is absolutely losing control. And I really want this guy to just get his just dues.
I mean, I I don't know how to feel about the mayor.
Really?
Yeah, because
He is filthy.
well, he's following a directive that
Right.
he has been given that he has to watch. He lives and dies by these rules. I mean, you saw he killed someone that he loved,
Mm-hmm.
right? That basically shows you how committed he is to following these rules of the silo rather than his own self-interest.
Right.
So I get where he's coming from. He's only known this silo, right? You see how committed Solo is.
But take that same argument. Everybody in there has only known the silo, and they have more humanity than this dude does.
Yeah, but they were not entrusted with the same
Information.
and
I get it,
responsibility.
but is he taking that information? Is he twisting it to fit what he wants? You see what I'm saying? Or is he applying it appropriately?
No, he's
I
doing
f-
it. He's
I
doing
feel like I don't feel like he's applying it
he's
appropriately.
doing exactly as he was told by the book.
Okay,
And
well then theoretically he shouldn't be playing with the little video games that he gave to Judge Meadows before she died.
no, I think that he is privy. He's the only one privy to the information in that.
Information,
Yeah,
yes. But remember he gave her the goggles so that she could take a walk in the park before she died.
yeah. That was funny to me. She was like, "Oh," like, just looking around blind, like, "Oh, what is that? Oh, oh, it's a cardinal. Oh." That was weird to me, like, watching her do that. I'd have just that was just odd.
Anyway.
Um, so, yeah, I mean, there's civil unrest, everything's going down, but
Mm,
it looks like Mechanical controls their own farm and the down deep.
yes.
So, there shouldn't be a fight, actually. I think it was genius for them to put that note in that rocket and
Yeah.
then shoot it up
Yep.
to the,
Yeah.
what do you call it? The up top?
The up
Is that
top.
the best we can do for names?
I mean,
Huh?
what else you gonna call
The
it?
up
The
top.
tippy top?
That's just as silly. Might as well. Um, I don't know. I just think I thought that was
Well,
pretty.
so now you have
Hang on, let me make sure the chat is working.
okay.
because I haven't seen him. I don't. Maybe if I
Hey
touched any
guys, you
buttons or
still
something.
there? You can someone like give us a thumbs up or something? Yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, there we go. All
Thank
right.
you.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys saw it, you tell me what you think. Tell me what you thought of this. Tell me what you thought of this episode.
Thanks, Dieter.
So uh yeah, I don't blame the mayor. I'm not saying he shouldn't be stopped. Right? I'm not saying that at all. But
But
I,
his he needs to come under some form of scrutiny. Like we need to understand like what his purpose is. Is he doing it yes to go strictly by the supposed rule book, or is he doing it just to have
no,
the look
even
on your
even
face?
even in the book told him
Right.
that should this happen, right? It planned all of this. It
Yeah.
said if you have an uprising, if somebody goes over the hill and then people like get a little crazy,
Hmm.
right? The first people you need to blame it on
Is mechanical.
is mechanical.
Right.
So there was already a
A playbook.
exactly for
Hmm.
when this happened. So he's just following that playbook and he's trying to patch up these holes as they keep
Yeah,
occurring.
and
But it's
he's losing.
well,
Losing that
he
battle.
is, but I mean, what's he supposed to do? Give up the silo? Be like, all right, I tried, you know, but
I
they
just
were too
think it
good.
could I think it could be I don't know. Obviously, I feel like it could be more equal. Like, why do we have mechanical? You have people running mechanical. That's fine, but we don't have to treat them like dirt.
I mean, I hear you. You're right. You're right. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve like a stern talking to.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you know, he's just doing what he's been told to do.
So
Like,
back. So well, all right. I mean, I get it. I get it. But
all
but
right,
back to your girl Juliet.
yeah,
So her and Solo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you and me.
Well, go ahead.
So she she has had enough, and she appreciates the antibiotics and him getting her well, and she's just like, listen, I'm ready to go. I got to get back to my silo,
Gotta go. Bye.
and I appreciate all your help. And he's like, hang on, hold up. You was man down a minute ago. Okay, I gave you all this medicine. We ain't going nowhere. Right. So he basically has taken the gear that she needed to make the trek back to her silo in exchange for her fixing the pump. So that's what had to happen. So she had to, I guess she had to go down 8 levels.
Mhm.
Son,
Well, before she went down, he tried to warn her about getting the bends. So he basically said,
yeah.
"Listen, you're gonna go down," and that's kind of when she gave a little pushback and was like, "I'm not doing this." But he said, "When you're gonna go down, but when you're coming back up, I'm gonna have to bring you up slowly."
No, how did that go? You know what the bends are?
I do. I know you need a hyperbaric chamber, right? If you get it, so that you can go in and kind of recover.
No, I mean
Yeah,
you just have to come up.
yeah. I said if you get it, you need to be put in a chamber.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if it's basic, what is it? Oxygen or air in
Nitrogen, nitrogen in the blood, and you
yeah,
have to you got to wait at each level at a certain depth
yeah,
until it leaves your body. So
yeah.
you're just there floating.
Well, she
Just
didn't do that, guys,
no,
because but why? Why didn't she do it?
because somebody else
Somebody else.
is in that silo.
Somebody else is in the silo, guys. Is it someone that was from originally Silo 17, or was it someone that came over to Silo 17 like she did?
First, before I answer that question, Dieter
Okay,
says if your throat hurts, you need to drink a lot,
I
get some
have.
sweets. Dieter be taking care of folks,
Thank you.
man.
I do have some water. I appreciate it.
Dieter just be taking care of people. So thank Dieter.
I said thank you.
Well,
Goodness.
I'll be rude. Anyway, um, no, I think that person has been there all along.
From originally the Silo 17?
I do. No, what?
Yeah,
No, what
from
silos? What silos solo in?
17.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. I think he's been there. He or she has been there the entire time. You don't?
Yes. I don't know. Because I would guess that they would have to have been there because if they weren't, Solo probably would have picked them up coming in, right? He would have clocked them. So yeah, they would have been there. But who is it?
Well,
Who is it?
there are
Well,
few clues, right? Because she asked about the two bodies that were
right. Hmm.
outside of that little area where he was hiding, and there was also that message on the door saying we'll get in there eventually.
So then that could potentially be someone from a different silo
Yeah,
that he just didn't say.
I don't know if he has enough food in there for 20 years, but you know,
Well, I would presume, right? Because the water was coming up. If it's already past the farm portion that somewhere else in the silo he made another little tiny farm. I don't know.
so there was a spot that she found that had there was a tree, right? It was one tree
Right.
and it had water coming up from it, you know. And I think that's where he was getting his water and some of his other stuff. Now, I don't know why someone would be trying to break into where he was at, but clearly they waited a long time to make their move because he has been locked up for a minute.
Well, and I guess you have to question why they would make their move now. So very quickly, in case you guys don't understand what we're talking about, when she was coming back up, when she was getting ready to grab the rope to jiggle the bell, excuse me, to indicate that she was ready to come back up, the rope was cut. And then her oxygen line that she had, no more oxygen was coming through. So what she did was she pulled herself all the way up without stopping, obviously making herself susceptible to the bends. And when she got up there, you saw a trail of blood indicating that Solo was attacked. So I don't know.
Well, firstly, she should have drowned. Okay, she should have drowned.
Excuse me. Why should she have?
Did you see how far she had to go?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Like she should have. Yeah, you're right.
It ain't
Yeah, you're
no
right.
way. She had to swim
Yeah,
from where she got off all the way back to the top.
what I think.
And she had to wait because she had to take her boots off.
Yeah, but what I think she did, if you noticed, she took the airline, and I think she gulped up as much air that was left in the line as she could before she started pouring herself, because she took it off and then put it back on.
Dieter says he knows a lot from that silo. He thinks that maybe he's lying about his function in there. I agree.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think he
I
is.
know he is. I don't know what he's doing, but Live in the Bushes says I held my breath during that scene. Literally
Me
would have
too.
been dead. The second she looked up and they showed us what she was looking at, I was like,
How
oh
far?
no,
Yeah.
no, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. I'd have just looked
Well,
and
she
like
had the advantage.
just gave up all my air, all of it.
she, she had the advantage of being able to hoist herself up versus trying to swim.
Listen, I don't know how many of y'all saw this episode, but she didn't have no advantage. Okay, she should have looked like
Why are
Sonic.
you letting all your air out?
I don't know, man. Like it was just it was so far. It took her a minute to get down there.
Yeah. Well, but he was he was having her go down on some crank machine or whatever that they made. So, you know,
I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like she should have been gone, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out. I can't wait until it comes out tonight,
mm,
right? Midnight.
mhm,
So I can't wait to
Friday.
find out who it is. And you know what?
If
You
they
know what?
show who
Yeah, I
it
was just
is.
about to say you probably ain't gonna find out nothing.
Nope.
You ain't gonna find out not nothing. They ain't gonna tell you who it is until next season, maybe.
Terrible.
But yeah, I don't know why you would kill Solo unless he had personally done something to you.
Or unless he poses a threat.
How does he pose a threat? We both in
He
this.
keeps threatening Juliet.
No,
His anger I'm not even there, and it scares me.
You lucky he ain't just running around licking windows. He been locked up for 20 years. 20 years he been locked up. And you better be glad he just ain't blowing bubbles just all day long.
What's wrong with
That's what I do. If you lock me up for 20 years and I haven't talked to anyone 20
Who said he hasn't talked to
years.
anyone? Who has said that he hasn't talked to anyone? He talked to those people that were dead in front of the door.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, whatever.
Oh, you hear this, people?
Juliet, Juliet. Live from the Bushes says Juliet also found a photo proving that Solo isn't the real Solo.
Right.
So
And
he's
I think she said
definitely
that
lying
to
about the true
him
position.
on this episode. I think she said, "You're not even Solo."
Yeah. Also, again, I wouldn't care. I would not care. Oh, that's nice. This is a nice picture. So can you get me out of here? I don't care. I don't care if he's telling the truth. Is it for me to dig into his past? No.
Yes.
No. I want to go home.
Again, if you're vetting him in some sense and hoping and saying, okay, here's another excuse me, here's another human, and I'm not going to leave him here to fend for himself or whatever if I'm able to bring him back to my silo, then yes, you kind of want to know who he is.
I mean, I agree with that. I enjoy Juliet Nichols' character. I think she's a hell of a first of all, she's a hell of an actor.
Mhm.
And for her to be this strong female lead,
Mhm.
I think is incredible. Like she doesn't need help.
Yeah.
She doesn't need help from anybody. She does, she's not, just whiny or anything like that. She's basically a hero, right?
Mhm.
She's doing stuff I can't do. So I really enjoy that aspect, like how they make her very powerful.
Mhm. Yeah.
She doesn't give up, and yeah, I just thought that was really well done.
Can we talk about Knox and Shirley being all smitten while they're sitting up in the jail cell?
Yeah,
Jail
yeah.
cell.
The
Jail cell.
whole silo is at war, and you trying to get some booty. I don't know. I get it, but we got bigger problems. Like, can we do this later? You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be thinking about this right now. It was crazy. We almost died.
They have newfound they have newfound love.
Life
But
in the
they were
Bushes says she should have minded her damn business. I agree. What purpose did it serve for you to front Solo and be like, listen, check this out. So I was walking around this classroom and I think you know what I found? Huh? Somebody's a liar pants. Who is that? Is that you? I don't think so.
What was
Huh?
it?
So why don't you come off the truth there, buddy? I don't care. I don't care.
Could it have been that she was just trying to and I the more I think about it, yeah, I agree. But is it possible that she was just trying to let him know, like, I'm on to you and like you're not gonna, snow me or whatever like that, and
No.
like I'm not gonna let you
No. Can you show me where the helmet is, please, so we can get out of here?
Okay.
Even if he told me, look, listen, I did this to these people. I don't care. I don't care, Solo. I do
So
not
if
care.
when she asked him about the two people in front of the door, if he said I slit their throats because of or didn't even give you a reason, just said I slit
First of
you're
all,
just
easy.
I'm sorry.
YouTube.
I'm sorry, YouTube.
Yeah.
If he just said they're no longer living because of me. Is that better?
Or you can do the neck motion or something. I'm still learning her, y'all. She'll
I
get it.
apologize, people.
Can't say everything you want on here.
But
Okay.
okay, so they're okay. So what does
I got it.
and he doesn't give a reason. So what do you do at that point?
I don't care.
You don't care.
No. You're
not looking over your shoulder.
No.
You're not looking over your shoulder.
The more you show him that you are on his side, right? That you are willing to assist him, right? Because you need him, is what I'm trying to do.
Do you hear yourself?
I
You
do.
literally just said he's been there for 20 years. He's a little loony.
Yeah.
So now you're I understand that you want to appear to be on his side, but you're not going to look over your shoulder?
Of course.
But you just said no.
If she admitted to killing
Guys.
them and and who he really is, what would have changed? Exactly.
But now you're definitely looking over your shoulder.
So I hear what you're saying, right? But in the moment, you have one mission. You have one job.
Right. Get back to your silo.
Exactly.
Right.
So everything else, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. I mean, your life matters, but nothing else takes precedence over that. You have to get back.
Right.
By any means necessary.
Gotcha.
So I don't care that he picked his nose or that he slapped a child or anything like that. I don't care about none of that, right? I don't care.
Okay.
Even if he downed those two dudes.
So you would have never even asked, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
No. I
Okay.
mean, if he looked a little loopy, would I have eyes in the back of my head? Yeah.
Well, he does look loopy.
Okay, but he's also fed her. He's giving her food. He's taking
Right.
care of her. He's giving her antibiotics.
But he needs something from her too. So it's
That's very true.
Right.
It's very true. That's a good point. He does need something from her. But I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying, I don't care. I don't care that you hurt people. I don't care. I don't know why she keeps trying to catch him in a lie.
Okay.
I got you, mister.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, caught you in a lie there. Your name's not Solo. I don't care.
Okay.
You want to be Solo? Be Solo. Can I get my helmet so I get out of here?
I agree.
So she has to keep her head on a swivel regardless. I agree. I agree. Before we continue on, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the content. Me and my sister appreciate that greatly.
Sorry, guys.
And she loves y'all. And
I
love having her here. So, all right, let's keep going.
We moving into the next one, or
what time is it?
It is 10:07.
Yeah, I guess we can move to the next. We're going to talk about Severance. Everybody here familiar with Severance? Do y'all remember?
So, guys, just to give you a heads up on what we're trying to do, Severance comes out the 17th. So what we're going to do is over the next few episodes, the next few Thursdays, we're going to do three episodes of season 1 each. So then that way, when the season 2 starts, we can all be caught up and off to the races. So we're going to do episodes 1 through 3 from season 1 tonight.
Yeah. You want to start?
You got it.
So this whole series caught me in the first episode. The first episode, I was like, what is happening here? When the lady wakes up on the table, you have no idea what is going on, what to expect next. Like it's like nothing you've ever seen before, right? Very good actors in this show. A lot of them you've seen in comedy before. As a matter of fact, I think all of them except for the female lead, Ellie. Is it Elle? Helly. They've all been in comedy before, or done comedy before. So, but this show starts off with a woman who's laying on the table. She's being asked questions by someone who is in another room, and she doesn't know what her name is. She doesn't remember her mother. She doesn't remember any of this stuff. So already I'm hooked. Like I'm like, okay, so this is definitely trippy. I need to find out what's going on. Come to find out that, I mean, well, whatever. I ain't gonna spoil it for anybody, but it's fine.
Season 1's been out for a minute.
That's true. So come to find out, it's a small office. It's giant,
very small
room with 4.
Well, this floor is small.
Very true.
Right.
Very true. It's just these long white hallways, and this one room that they work in. There are just 4 chairs in the very middle, and everybody does the same thing basically every day. So there are people who signed up for the Severance program, and what that is they've had a chip inserted in their head, which gets turned off and on when they reach the elevator. So basically, when they go home, they don't think about work. They don't,
they don't know that other personality.
Right. They can't share what they've learned at work, and vice versa. They don't bring their home life into work.
Right.
What that has created, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What that has created was a split personality for everyone involved. The people at work do not know
their outside selves.
Right.
and vice versa.
So I'm like, when I saw this, I was like, ooh,
I need to ask a very, very
let's have
important
it. Let's go.
question.
I like questions.
Seth, I need to know what his job title is because he seems to be HR, security, and the person that implants the thing in the people. Like, what is your job, dude?
You talking about the black gentleman?
Yeah, he's like HR. He's security. He implants the thingy in your head, and he does like any like rehabilitative services that they need. And when people get cut, injured, or whatever, he's also EMT. Like, what do you do?
So first of all, I don't know why. I don't care the work people. They don't ask enough questions for me.
No,
Okay, we
they
we
don't.
I
Well,
understand.
Hell he is, and excuse me, Petey,
Yeah.
who stopped working there, and you don't initially know why. It's the same day that Helly starts. You learn that Petey has left, and at this point, Mark moves into his position. But now this causes Mark, because Mark didn't seem very inquisitive before this, but now this seems to have kicked something off.
Nobody seems inquisitive. That first of all, my favorite character is
Dylan,
the chubby dude.
yeah, Dylan,
I love him, man. He is amazing. He is an amazing
yeah, he's funny.
character. My man don't want
He
nothing but a
doesn't care.
waffle party.
Yep.
He he's trying to get as much work done
Hmm.
as he can so he can get this waffle party. And I'm telling you, I swear he is my
And
favorite. Every time he's on screen, I laugh.
he hates your guy Bert, played by Christopher Walken. He hates him.
Yeah, yeah. So nothing seems right when all this is happening, right? Nothing. Lisa White says, "I love Mr. Milchick. He gets an awesome. He gets awesome as the series goes on." Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right.
But right now, like, what is the job? Like, what is that title?
I don't know.
Okay,
Like, why doesn't anyone like? No
Mark
one
has a
questions. No
title.
one questions anything except Helly.
Helly. Hmm.
She's the only one. It'd be like, hold up, man.
She tried. Go ahead.
We getting a melon party,
Yeah.
and we got trinkets on our desk. So the people outside, they call their out they call them
Audis.
outies,
Hmm.
and they don't know their outside self. But it's a lot different than the people who are inside,
Hmm.
right? The people who are at work it's they are a separate. They've become a separate person
Hmm.
inside their own mind.
Hmm.
So they have no idea what's outside of the office.
Hmm.
None. They don't know about life outside the walls. They have inklings about things, and that's about it.
Well, that's part of the reason why Mark did it, is because his wife died. So he was supposed to be doing counseling or whatever, but he decided that this, because he used to be a history professor or teacher, but he decided that this line of work would be best for him because at least he could, excuse me, forget about his wife for the 8 hours that he is inside the building.
Yeah.
So but Helly, when she comes in, she is a firecracker, guys. She comes in and she is, at first, like, because when you come in, prior to the procedure, you do a recording of yourself saying, I'm undergoing this procedure willingly, et cetera, et cetera. And because you cannot remember anything, they show her this video and she's like, okay. And then so she kind of gives it a whirl, I guess. But she keeps walking out of the door. And
It's a
then
stairwell door,
right,
and the
but
guy tells you can leave if you want to.
right, but she keeps kind of, it's shown like her coming to as she's walking back through the hallway, like, how the heck did I end up back here again? And what you see, I think, in episode 2 or 3 is that she's talking to Seth and they're having conversations. She's like, boy, I must really want to leave. Don't.
Yeah. You pay attention to the very small things in this show. There are all of these dull colors, like the office is like
Mhm.
this beige and this green. All the suits are like this dark blue or gray or black. Even even the main character's home
It's
is
blue.
blue. It's like this
Mhm.
dark blue. The only color, the only accentuating color in
You
this
got it.
entire show is Helly's hair. It's the
Mhm.
only thing that has any defining color in this entire series. And she is the most intuitive, the most inquisitive about
Mhm.
what is going on. She cannot be held down, which I thought was pretty good. I didn't notice it the first time around, but I noticed it the second time is there was no color except for her, and she was different than everybody
And
else.
her
So she didn't want
bright
to fall in
blue.
line.
Mhm.
So I thought that was very, very cool.
I don't think we can move much further without talking about Miss Coble, aka Mrs. Selvig,
Mrs. Selvig, yeah.
which is one person. Um, Coble is the boss of the floor that they're on. Keep in mind that there is a group called not the order, but I'll think of it in a second.
Yeah, you do that.
But they keep ending up on these calls with these people, and they basically like are over Coble. Anyway, so Selvig is the neighbor of Mark, and is she keep in mind, I don't know if you noticed this either, but they're the only two living in this big behind development. They're the only two,
I
and they're right next to each other. I would guess that she was purposefully put there to keep an eyeball on them.
well, I mean, you jumping ahead in the series, but
If you
uh
watch it.
stick with the first three.
Sorry, guys.
But
Trying
it's
to.
fine. Yeah, she was placed there to watch him.
The board. That's the name of it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go. Look at Lisa writes. So I'm talking about Lisa. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, I enjoyed her trying to leave, Helly trying to leave, and then being and then coming back in. I at first I didn't know what was going on. I thought maybe she actually I had no idea what was going on. I thought it was just like an illusion. Maybe there was no stairwell at all. Maybe she was just on the other side and it was just a hallway or something. Because I sometimes I'm dumb, but to see that she was actually struggling outside, talking to Seth, trying to get back in or
Mhm.
trying to stay in
Mhm.
was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. What I did not expect.
Oh, here we go.
Who's the gentleman? He was in Transformers. The dude with the curly hair, tall, skinny dude.
Irving.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Irving.
Yeah, I like him.
So I like him too.
Mhm.
I was not expecting I was not expecting a relationship
Okay.
um between him and
Bert.
Bert.
Mhm.
Okay, when they first met, I thought I thought that he knew something. Like I thought
Mhm.
like they were like I thought maybe he knew like he was
Had some kind of information
or
that he
yeah
could
or he
pass on.
recognized him from somewhere
Mhm.
or that he was trying to, or tell him, you need to get out of here or something like that. So I'm
Mhm.
waiting to find out what's going on. But they just steadily smiling at each other and keying. What is
So
I'm
stupid.
just like, what is going on here?
I like Irving. He's cute. He's cute.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was I didn't I mean nothing wrong with it. I'm cool with it. I just didn't know he was, trying to get that Christopher Walken booty. I didn't know.
Oh my god.
I didn't know.
So,
I didn't know that's what was happening. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's cool, two gentlemen who love each other
yeah.
or love each other, like each other,
Mhm.
you know? I
Mhm.
thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't bad. I just didn't know it was happening. I thought he was like, I know a way out or something. No, no,
Anyway,
no, no. I like you
so
like that, Irvin.
so
That's what's
anyway,
going on.
Irving at one point, I think he has like some kind of mental break, and he instead of them sending him to the break room, he where
Come on back to my cubicle, Irvin.
the
Bring
break
that, bring that scientist jacket.
such an idiot. The break room. is where you go to read and recite a compunction statement, where if it's not believed, you have to continue to repeat it. So he is not sent there when he has his break. He is sent for wellness. And what they did in this particular moment was they gave him some information about his outer self, which seemed to rejuvenate, like that he's a good swimmer, that he's a helper, that he's I think the woman said that he's a good lover or something like that, and he he
Yeah, he
giggled. Um, so that
yeah, she took points away from him because he laughed.
yeah. So um that after that he came back, and he seemed to be, I don't know, rejuvenated. There's a
Yeah,
lot of as you continue to watch it, even in it's very obvious in the first 3 episodes that there are a lot of rules, um, very stern rules. And Helly tries to break every single one of them apparently, by trying to leave, writing her outer self a note saying that she quits, also trying to swallow a capsule that she created herself, and trying to, which I actually thought was pretty smart, when she broke through the window and she tried to get her head, like, just to see her arm out and read it. I thought that was a fairly interesting attempt. Um, but I think we need to move on to Petey, because his story is pretty important to Mark's character. Um, as we indicated, Petey was there before. Him and Mark were very good friends. They were best friends in the office. Um, however, Petey left, and you're not told why, but later on you find out that Petey has gone through a reintegration process where they removed the item placed in your brain that severs your work self from your personal self. Excuse me. They think that potentially he started this process before his last day, and you kind of come to that same conclusion in the end of episode 3, where Mark finds a map of the building drawn out. What else happened with Petey? Oh,
he showed up at his house unannounced.
well, he didn't. He did not.
That's a no.
He showed up at his sister's house in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, still, I'm not letting you in.
Well, he didn't. He met him somewhere in the at the restaurant. He met him at the restaurant and brought the card with him, basically saying, if you're interested, here's where I can be found. He eventually goes and seeks him out. And he explains to him like what's going on. And he tries to convince him that what is happening on the floor where they are is not good.
Here, here's my take on it. Like it's
On Petey or
well
the whole
on Petey. Yeah. Well, first of all, it's this whole show's like about the human condition, right?
right.
That how it doesn't matter what barriers you
Hmm.
put up. Like human beings are always going to
Curious.
break through the
Right.
exactly.
Hmm.
So they're not going to stay.
Except for Dylan, apparently.
They're not going to stay put. Like it doesn't matter what fences you put up or whatever. They're always going to be broken down.
Right.
Because human beings are just inquisitive that way. We're
Hmm.
going to figure it out.
Hmm.
So I enjoy that aspect of it.
Hmm.
I really like that part. Petey approaches
Mark.
Mark at the diner and tells him, "Hey, in this frantic talk,
Hmm.
hey, guess what they're doing at work? I bet you didn't know this. They're working. Like I don't know what I don't understand what the issue. Like they signed up, right? They signed up to go to work
Hmm.
and not remember what they did at home.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
and
So you don't understand what that problem is? Because you at work don't know. Like you don't.
I mean I get that they unknowingly created a split personality with
Right.
two people living inside one
Yeah.
body.
Hmm.
I'm aware of that, but I mean it just seemed like he was a little bit too like they know what they wanted. Like I just was like, yeah, I signed up for that. Put my name on the paper. I wanted to not remember my life. So yeah, that's where I work every day. I get a paycheck, and
But your outer self knows that. The people in the building, that's why Helly's having a difficult time, because she's like, I don't want to be here though. I don't want to be here.
yeah, I mean, I 100% get it. I love that aspect of the show. Um, so yeah, I mean,
So Petey dies at the end of episode 3, guys.
thanks. So.
Well, he does.
Lisa says
He
the outie made the decision. The innie has no choice. That is
right,
correct.
exactly.
I
Thank
don't,
you, Lisa. I
but they
appreciate
didn't
it.
know. I don't think they knew that they were creating.
They didn't. Because it's so secretive.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't think that they knew that human beings in this position
Right.
would want out.
Right.
Right. That
Yeah.
their inside self would want out.
Right.
So I think that they're them trying to completely go along with it anyway and be like, oh yeah, you busted out of this door, turn around and go back in. You know, we'll try and we'll keep doing this until you
Right.
want to stay in there.
Right.
No, your program clearly doesn't work.
Right.
Like we have to do something, right?
Right.
Because they want out, so we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just didn't.
But see, that's why they took the tour of the building and the different.
You mean
and
the white hallways and more of the white hallways?
Yeah.
It never changed. It just stayed.
No, they went into I forget the name of where they were looking at the different statues, and then I think Helly made the comment of, yeah, it would be nice to know my history. Something along those lines. Because
Yeah.
what they're learning about is the history of the company or whatever.
It is a very interesting 3 episodes to start. I don't know if any of you have seen uh Severance. Brain. But it is an amazing show. It's an amazing show, and if you like kind of like science fiction and you know, stuff like that, and you have not seen it, well, I'm sorry we spoiled some of it for you, but if you have the Perpetuity Wing.
Thank you. Yes, that's what it's
There
called.
you go. Lisa Wright. Lisa Wright saves you again.
You are all over
If
it.
it ain't Lisa's dealer,
I
man.
appreciate you, girl.
Look at them just coming through with the old 1-2. We might have to pay them. Yeah, so my overall take on this show is that I like it. It's new. You've never seen anything like this before.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like shows that make you think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I enjoy that aspect of it. What about you?
I like it. I'm gonna try and keep my comments to episodes 1-3 since you
I
chastised
know
me
it's tough.
already.
It's hard because you've seen the whole thing. So
yeah, it's if I didn't see it before, I would say I'm hooked. It's definitely got the question marks that make you want to keep coming back. So yeah, yeah.
All right,
It
well,
is what it is.
I'm glad. Let's go into what we've been watching. Just in case somebody's in here that hadn't heard, like, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the content, me and my sister would greatly
Forgot
appreciate
what I
that.
was too. My goodness.
I was searching for another word, but I was like, no, this is taking too long.
All right.
So
Sibling works.
yeah, that's the word I was looking for. But then I started to look stupid just sitting here not saying anything, so I just went with sister. So yeah. What are you watching?
I watched a little bit of Missing You on Netflix, just to have something to watch. Actually, it's not terrible. It features, I unfortunately forget the young lady's name. If you watch Slow Horses, if anybody watches that on Apple TV, it features one of the main characters on that show. So yeah, I'm watching that. It's pretty good. It's about someone who went missing. A couple people actually.
Anything else on like Apple TV or Peacock or
I
anything like that?
watch what is the name of the show? Shrinking on Apple. Love
Shrinking.
that
It's an
show.
amazing show.
Love
I
that
love
show.
Shrinking.
Yeah.
I I think somebody put me on the Shrinking. I
I
think
did.
like a week ago or something like that. I
Yeah.
didn't. I thought it was gonna be stupid, but it was
It's
actually pretty good.
really, really good.
It is pretty good. I'm watching Squid Games, which I'm doing a
Season 2.
yeah. We're doing the
Okay.
my brain.
A review.
We're doing a review
My
on
God.
Squid Games. My God, I don't understand what is happening. Um, I watched the Aaron Rodgers thing. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that cat, man. Um, yeah. What else is out that's really good? I think I've given up on Dune. I've definitely given up on
Earth Abides.
Earth Abides. Oh my God, it's probably definitely one of the slowest, most uneventful shows I've ever seen.
Unimaginative. Yeah.
There's no bad guy.
No.
There's nothing bad
Well,
happens
you
in
know
the
what? We
show.
haven't watched it for 2 weeks. You don't know. There could be. There could be.
No. Uh, yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm about to watch this werewolf movie. I think when I get off of here,
What's that?
I think it's called Werewolves. I
Oh,
think.
that's on Apple.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, what is it on? You can't just.
I think you have to rent it. It was in the movies. It was in the movie theater.
Oh, I'm good.
It's kind of like The Purge, but with werewolves. As a
Another.
matter of fact, I think
Uh,
is some of the same actors in The Purge. It's the
didn't watch
same thing.
Purge.
At midnight, there's going to be, or at night, there's going to be a full moon.
Didn't watch
You
Purge.
got to go indoors. You never saw The Purge? None of them?
No.
You didn't see not one Purge movie.
No.
I don't even know why I be doing reviews with you, man.
I
I
didn't
swear to
like the
God. I don't even know
premise
why I
of
be
it.
doing this.
I understand the storyline behind it, and all right.
Lisa Wright says, I'm in the minority. She says she likes Earth Abides, but she gets the hate. I don't.
Lisa, can you very quickly just explain what about Earth Abides you like
Here's my deal. I did not know.
while he goes on his rant,
I did
please?
not know that this story was about um, religion and starting over. Okay, I saw him at the casino, and then he left the casino and he buried his mother. And I'm thinking he's going to start over, but he has to deal with people who are trying to stop him. And he teams up with this black woman who becomes his significant other. And I'm like, okay, so now they're about to get in some hijinks, right? Things are about to go down, right? Nothing goes down. They just have one kid, and then two, and then five, and then neighbors show up, and then they got another kid, and then they got kids, and then there's a drunk and a
Right.
liar who says she's a doctor, and then
Yeah.
they have kids, and then he has a dog who he leaves outside, and then they get attacked by
Lucky.
rats.
Poor
I'm like,
Lucky.
what in the hell am I watching?
You're watching Earth Abides.
And then my mom was like, it's about the good Lord. It's about religion. And I was like, I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. Not that I have not that I have any issues with religion at all, right? But I was expecting,
More
guns,
robust storyline.
betrayal,
Yeah.
um, stuff like that. You,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like just overall, like die hardy type stuff.
Back to Die
Whatever,
Hard.
man. I'm just using that as an example.
Goodness.
Just using that as an example, but that kind of stuff, right? I was not expecting to watch them plant uh cumin. I don't even know if you plant cumin. I don't know.
You couldn't just say cucumbers.
Onions. I'm
What
telling you,
is
my brain
wrong
ain't
with
working,
you?
man. My brain is not working. So I wasn't expecting them to be doing all of this nonsense,
Cumin.
right? Putting up chicken wire. They was doing all of that. All of that. And they were showing them too. And then watched them gut a cow. You know what? I'm not going into it, but that's
So
that's just mine. That was my
she
issues.
says it's more of a feel good show with more personal issues and people coming together and less about bad people everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
La,
dig it.
La
You
Palma.
kind of don't need all the anger all the time. And I agree with you.
La Palma.
La Palma,
Yeah.
my word, sir.
I don't know. I don't know. La Palma. That's decent. That's a decent show. Or that was a decent series. Um and Day of the Jackal, which
Yeah, that's good.
ended very well. I did
Yeah.
not. I did not. I did not think that Day of the Jack was going to end like that.
Well,
You didn't see it.
I didn't see that one. No.
All right. You don't want me.
Goodness.
So Kelly says, just by rats. Yeah, but just rats. Just
What
rats.
is-
Yeah, yeah. That whole scene messed me up. At the end, I just sat there and looked at the screen like, what the shit? What did you just throw away all their food because of a mouse?
Because of
rat?
rats.
And then they taped up the bottom of the door
Yeah.
for rats.
Yes.
They taped it. Did
Yes.
you see how frantic they were? Like
Excuse
in
me,
the
yes,
house, they were
because
running around. They had guns.
rats are destructive.
They were shooting at
And
the
dangerous.
floor. That lady had a rifle.
And they give diseases. And she was pregnant. So
But
there's that.
they close. Just go inside and close the door. Like
That
this
doesn't-
isn't an emergency.
I think we talked about this before. Closing the door just doesn't work for rats.
It does. You're thinking about mice.
No. Rats' teeth are bigger than mice, so they can. Oh.
Look, I promise you. You go inside and close the door. You fight. Okay. They was like, what? Get the meat. That's what they're after. Go get the guns too. What are we gonna do? Calm down. Close the door and go to bed.
Oh my gosh,
That's what you need
guys.
to do.
I'm okay.
So that's our take on Silo.
And the first 3 episodes of Severance for season 1. We will come back next week and do episodes 4 through 6.
I don't think anybody just like me losing my mind. Just think we lost like 4 or 5 people. But anyway, that is the show. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna say before he, does his rap, I really, really want to wish you guys a happy, safe, and healthy 2025. We hope to keep seeing you guys here every week. We enjoy you guys, and we hope that you continue to enjoy us and the content that we put out. But other than that, just please be safe, and make this a great year for everybody.
Yeah, be kind to each other.
Yeah.
I don't care who you voted for. Just be nice to each other. Right? You guys are gonna need each other here soon. And regardless of any of that stuff, you're American. I love y'all. And well, I just said y'all American like everybody. You know what?
I have a question. Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Just be kind to each other, okay? Just be kind to each other. It don't cost you nothing. Just to say thank you, please, and just look out for somebody. That's
also, can I add excuse me into thank you and please? Because nobody says excuse me anymore. Or
Cool.
That's my pet peeve.
So again, I'll be doing another review this week or this weekend or whenever I get around to it, but it'll be soon.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all enjoy the content.
That's
I appreciate y'all hanging out. We love you guys.
Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your evening and day tomorrow.
I do. See you guys soon. Oh, don't forget to join the Discord. All right. You good?
Yep. Cheers.
See ya.